Good morning to one and all. In these turbulent times of social distancing, there has been a surge in the use of various digital media platforms, especially in the field of education. Hence, the need for creating a good and reliable digital content has arose. In order to satisfy the need of many students, teachers, and individuals from various fields, Bombay Teachers Training College, in collaboration with Thadomal Chani Engineering College, has organized this webinar series. Welcome to the third day of the webinar series on digital content creation for social media. The focus of our today's webinar is Introduction to Wix and creation of blogs using Wix. Let us begin our session with the college prayer.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
So now let us begin our session. But before we begin let us have the glimpse of what we did in the last 2 days. On day one, an inaugural session, we had some dignitaries from our management who gave insights into the future of HSNC University. Our chief guest, Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani, Provost, HSNC University. Mr. Kishu Mansukhani, President and Trustee, HSNC Board. Mr. Anil Harish, former President and Trustee, HSNC Board. Ms. Maya Shani, Trustee, HSNC Board. Dr. Hema Bagla, Principal, KC College. Session 1 was conducted by our resource person, Dr. Maniroja Edinburgh, and moderated by Ms. Sapna Chabria. You can also see our organizing secretaries, Dr. Minakshi Lat and Dr. Raju Talreja. Day 2, Introduction to Flyers and Banners, was conducted by Dr. Maniroja Edinburgh and assisted by Harsh Lohana and Pallavi Vaswani, and moderated by Dr. Lubna Mansoori. Let me introduce the resource person of today, that is Ms. Monica G. Tolani. Ma'am has done her BE in Computer Engineering, ME in Information Technology, and is currently pursuing her doctorate technology specialized in information technology. All her degrees from University of Mumbai. Ma'am, as an assistant professor, has been guiding students at Vivekanand Education Society's Institute of Technology for more than a year and is currently with Thadomal Chani Engineering College from the last 3 years. She has delivered lecture at Vatumal College and at Vivekanand Education Society's Institute of Technology on the topic of rules, guidelines, and process for accreditation by National Board of Accreditation. Her leadership qualities can be seen in number of activities conducted at Thadomal Chani Engineering College. To name a few, Deputy Dean for accreditation of various undergraduate programs, website coordinator of the college, faculty coordinator for handling social media platforms, nodal officer for social media champion by Ministry of Human Resource and Development. Ma'am has published papers on the topic of community detection at social network, use of artificial intelligence in cyber defense, and air fryer suing fuzzy logic in the national and international journals. She is also currently working on minor research project granted by University of Mumbai. She has also participated in the 4th World Summit on Accreditation organized by National Board of Accreditation, New Delhi. Her current research activity and interests are related to the topics of artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, data science, and analysis. She is the lifetime member of Indian Society for Technical Education. She has to her credit number of courses, to name a selected few: deep learning, introduction to Python, intermediate R, statistical inference, advanced data science capstone by IBM, COVID-19, data analysis by Python, and many more. Ma'am has been rewarded for her work with Principal Award of Excellence at Thadomal Chani Engineering College in 2019. It's a pleasure to have you with us, ma'am. We would also like to welcome two student volunteers from TSET MCL, namely Mr. Girish Chawla, graphic designer, and Ms. Meet Merchant, editor. I would now like to hand over the session to the resource person, Ms. Monica Tolani, and volunteers from TSET. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I'll just start sharing my screen for the day.
Please.
So I'll just start with Wix for beginners. Now, every one of you might be imagining, why are we starting with Wix and what is this Wix all about? The Wix, today we have shifted to digital instruction. Educators can reimagine themselves what learning looks like now. And we have to tailor ourselves that we should engage our people with best they can learn it from. So today I'll be covering about website design templates. Then there's a word is there, YC-Wig. This is called as YC-Wig, a new term which we'll be learning today. Then introduction to Wix. Why are we using the Wix? How to install it up? Do we require any skills for it? And what is the difference between a Wix or a WordPress? Then what is website design using a template and YC-Wig? So website design is basically an online platform that helps you to create your own websites without coding of anything of it. You don't require any coding skills. If before you want to build up any website, yes, sometimes we may require, but the technology has changed drastically. Today, we, without having a prior knowledge of a coding, can also build our website. So basically, there are two types of website building. One is classic template-based platform and one is AI-based platform. What is the classic website building? It's basically you have a pre-designed templates from it. You choose one of the designs which is there available. You populate with your own content which you want and then start using it up. Then comes AI website builders. That is artificial intelligence. Now, what is artificial intelligence? Actually, you train your machine with a human intelligence in it. So your machine tries to mimic the actions which human perform. So the AI website building asks you certain series of a question that what kind of a website you like, what are your preferences, and then it starts creating it up. You can add some tweaks to your design. You can redesign it up in the way you want and keep it very simple for the people to build it and use it at very fast. Then the term comes, what you see is what you get. That is WYSIWYG. that whatever you see, and that is the output you get out of it. So it is basically an application that used to help you to create a website building either in an online mode or in an offline mode. So it is an editor. Whatever you are looking into the panel, just drag and drop them, and according to whatever you are taking it from an editor, you will get the final output out of it. That is the new term, that is WYSIWYG. That is whatever you see is whatever you get out of it. So which are the WYSIWYG tools available? We have Adobe Dreamweaver, we have Wix, SeaMonkey, NetBeans, and WordPress. So one of them today we'll be covering is Wix. So Wix is the website design platform that helps you to create your own artist website, and it is completely free and customizable. Either you can go with the classic one, or you can choose your AI, that is artificial platform. So Wix account will never expire. Once you enroll into your Wix account, unless and until you delete it up, it will always remain with you. So is it possible? The way I said, it can be built online as well as offline. So Wix website will help you to build online as well as offline, but you cannot edit it up even when you are in an offline mode. You can choose from the website variety of templates which are available as the way you have it in your classic and AI platform, and start creating your work, and it is very easy. Today in this session also, we'll be showing you how easy it is to build your own website. This is the actual page of your Wix. How does it looks like? You have features, you have explore, subscription, template, supports. All these are the basic front page or your home page of your Wix website. So when you log in, this is the very first page when you can actually see how does your Wix website looks like. Then what you can do with Wix today, it gives you tons of options, rather choosing with your classic, then whatever are available, or growing with artificial intelligence, that it will ask you a certain questions, and with your question and your human logic, it will start building your website. And once the website is built, your content is already with you. You can add your own images, you can add your own text, and start designing your website. It gives you an option of a classic editor as well, where you have a blank platform and you can design as per your need and design whatever you want. So you can start from the very scratch also. Yes, you read it very correctly. It is very powerful and very effective. Once you start building a website, you will definitely have a love for building your website and your own personalized thing. So what is Wix actually best for? It's best for your business, it's best for your blogs, accommodation, portfolio, e-commerce, beauty, fitness, art, and what not is best for. Basically, we at an education institute have to tailor make our websites, have to engage our students. So we'll definitely cater to it and make sure we deliver the best of content we can. So how can our Wix be used in an online teaching? Yes, you read it very properly. It can be used in online teaching. You can build a website for your own classroom, not for your institute. You can build it for your classroom as well. Start with your landing page. That is the very first page or the title of the topic which you are engaging your students on. Communicate them. Have some events scheduled for them. Take an RSVP from your students. Incorporate animations. Add a fun elements. Give them a quiz, give them a polls into that. Build a community websites, build an educational blog. Blog are basically a short web blog kind of a thing where you update regularly for an individual, or it can be for an institute or a small group as well. Or create a graduation website. These days you saw even the graduation in many of the foreign countries was through online. The student graduated through online. You can create a graduation website where you can actually have a ceremony of a graduation from that particular website. So these are the certain snapshots where you can use your Wix. First is basically you can build it for your own classes which you are taking up. Then you can add some fun elements to it. And this third image you can definitely see. It is basically for a website where you have events being scheduled, where you can asking your users to apply for it, visit to a particular website and give your details about it. Then this is the image where you can see that is your live events are there. then regular. If you want to register it up, if you want to get your updates on, you can tell your user to subscribe on it, and you can even download your prospectus from it and certain information about the classes which are going on into that particular thing. Then we have an educational blog. Web blog, the way I spoke about, it's an informational website or a web blog kind of a thing about a particular topic. You can definitely mention about and go ahead with the topics which you are teaching to your particular students. Then who is actually the right audience for learning Wix? Anyone who want to create the website for their own business, who want to deliver their creative work, who want the audience to learn about online and want them to grow virtually, can actually look after the Wix websites. People who are new to the website and who don't know about any coding languages can definitely start with Wix and interact with the people throughout the world. So what is the basic working of your Wix? When you want to go to Wix, you have to log into the Wix website, that is www.wix.com. If you are new to this website, if you don't have an account, the very normal procedure in any of the website is always signing up for the website with all the basic details required for it. Once your email ID is registered and your sign up process is ready, you can definitely log into your website and start creating it up. So a simple questions will be start asked when you first time log into your website, because it will ask you definitely you want to go with a classic website or you want to go with your artificial intelligence built website. So it gives you an option to choose from a ready-made template or give some answers to build your own AID website, that is artificial design intelligence website. Then you can start adding your stuff as per your need, add your images, add your videos, or you want to create some information about it, start doing it up. After completing your website, you have to publish it to the whole world, and then your journey starts with a new experience. Then you are available in your cyberspace and start interacting with the audience which are available with it. Then have to use the Wix editor. These were the basic steps that you have to start logging in up, start signing, give a questions, and then start building it up. But we should know what are the steps involved in it. First, definitely is your sign up. Once you sign up, then you insert the login IDs and password. It will ask you how to choose your template. Then you have to edit your text and images want to add. If you want to personalize your background, add Google website links or your Google map, that is like navigation, any app details you want to create a web blog, that is a blog, you want to add an online store, you want to add optimize your search engines that we have already studied in the very first day, search engine optimization, which will basically look after the quality of traffic coming to it, the quantity of traffic coming to it, and the organic result, that is unpaid publicity which you do, how many people by their own have a look onto your particular website. Make it good look on the mobile. Yes, you can actually make this Wix website to run on your mobile as well, and choose a particular domain name and finally publish it up. So do you require any skills for it? No, not at all. It is basically very simple for the end users. You can easily create and manage without having any proper language or prior knowledge of any coding language which are required for generally many coding websites. So how will this technology help you in your career growth? You have analyzed a lot. You have signed in, either you have chosen your own topic or you have used an AIDI. So it will definitely help you in analyzing your trends that are getting changed every day. Day in, day out, this pandemic era has made us to grow from an basic brick and mortar, that is classroom teaching, to a digital teaching. So we can analyze our trends, that how are they changing. You can tell your clients about your product. You can analyze the analytics of your particular website. You can engage your people through it. You can have your clear idea about your search engine optimization, that what are the proper people or audience coming and visiting your website. Then these are the amazing tools that Wix will help you to grow up in the competitive world. So like everything has its two sides, even this Wix will definitely have. So what are the pros of using Wix? It is basically very easy. We always thought, do we require any skills? No, we don't require any skills. So it's very easy to use. You have an option menu for adding any images or apps or any kind of an events that you want. It will help you to build your features with the search knowledge base, and automatically it keeps a backups of all the things which you have created. You need not put it in your PC or a mobile that you have all the data been collected. So what are the cons for it? What are the drawbacks for it? You cannot switch the template. Once you have decided with a template for it and it is live, you cannot switch back to the new thing or a new template for it. You have to continue it up. If you want to switch to the new template, you have to again start creating your website. Then you have to add many third party. Being a free kind of a thing, there is always a limit to particular adding. So what can you do? You can actually add third party apps for your particular thing, and all that will help you to improve the scalability of your software or your website which you're building in. Then one of the things which we definitely saw in WYSIWYG, that were two editors. One was Wix and one was WordPress. So WordPress is a very renowned kind of a thing which we actually look after. So what are the difference between a Wix and a WordPress? Wix, the way we saw it, is very easy to use, and you don't have a technical coding language we require. It is very easy and it has a very built-in features which are already available. But what about your WordPress? This also had, but it has more functionality. But one of the thing is you do require the coding language knowledge when you start with WordPress. WordPress is basically the PHP and the MySQL kind of thing which works. So when we talk about these languages called as PHP and WordPress, you need to definitely have some coding knowledge about it. What about us if we don't have any coding language? Don't worry, we have Wix with us. We may have various template designs and good blogging features, but definitely Wix is also not less. Going on to the disadvantages part of your Wix, Wix may have some complex features missing. As it is free, we may have limited and we don't need coding. So all things without coding is also not possible, but Wix covers up majority of the things which you want. You may have less control over trade-off, that is some kind of scalability issues might be there, and less dedicated blogging platform than your WordPress. But what about WordPress? Will also definitely have some drawbacks. Yes, it is very rough. You have to have some coding languages, some templates about it. You should know how to install it up, what kind of softwares you require, what kind of software specification you require, platform engagement you require. Plugins are there, you have to drag and drop, install it up. These are the various things which are there required into your Wix. Now, according to a website called as websitebuildersexpect.com, they rate Wix at 4.7 and WordPress at 3.2 as per the requirement and the feedback taken from the users. Which were the criteria on which Wix was based on was ease of use, value for money, design flexibility, features, help and support, and customer score. So these are the certain criteria where your Wix stands best apart from your WordPress, and it is the top choice of the audience which are using it up. So what are my final thoughts on it? Today's blended and online learning has offered us a personalized educational experience and helping us the student engagement and involvement. By shifting towards this digital instruction, educators can reimagine with learning tools, and they have to tailor the best experience to the people they can. Students can connect with the teachers and the peers and becomes more active, can become more active in the participants in their own learning. The future of the tech education is deeply tied up with the technology and innovation. Now, more than ever, with this modern learning environment to foster the 21st century skills of creativity and collaboration and communication, we have to start learning with this new technology that can help us to come up in the value academic chain and help us to grow up in the marketplace. So I request my now student member, that is Meet Merchant, to give a hands-on experience to our users about how to build the website in the Wix platform. Over to you, Meet, now.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. This is Meet Merchant and I welcome you to this tutorial of Wix for beginners. We will cover this process from signing up right up to making a full-fledged blog using Wix. You will learn how to use the ADI, the virtual assistant of Wix, edit and design content on your site, as well as publish it on the internet. We will cover some of the backend of Wix and your options of adding features or apps to your website as well. So, start by going to wix.com, the official website of Wix, and sign in. Now I have already made an account, so I will log into that. You can either sign up using Facebook or Google or create a new one yourself. This will take you to the Wix dashboard. Click on My Sites. Now I have already created one, but you won't see anything here. Click on Create New Site on the top right corner. Now Wix will ask what kind of website do you want to make. The options range from business, fashion, photography to even restaurant if you want to make one for your specific business. This step is so that Wix can get a basic design and setup ready for you that suits your website domain. Today we'll learn how to make a blog. Now there are two ways of doing it. ADI, that is the Wix Artificial Design Intelligence, which is the first ever artificial intelligence that designs a stunning website just for you. All you have to do is answer a few simple questions and automatically get a website up and running in just few minutes. The second way is the drag and drop editor, which you can either start with a template or a blank one. We will start with ADI and then move to editor so that you can learn both the methods of doing it. I will cover the pros and cons and difference between both methods later ahead. So the first question it asks us is the type of site that we want to create. We will create an educational one, but you can go for any sector that you want. Next, it asks us the features we need on our blog and also recommends a few. For example, we do want a subscribe form on our website for our visitors to fill for our mailing list. We also want to make a live chat available for our site visitors. Other than that, there are options for adding any sort of online store or bookings that our business may want to provide. Now, as we are making an educational blog, we might want a section for video streaming, showcasing our best tips videos. So I'll select that. We can also add events or music to our page, but I'll show you how to do that in the editor. Let's put up the name of our blog, which I'll say BTTC blog. Make sure your name is short, sweet, and relevant. An existing online presence helps Wix ADI set up the blog. So if we have an existing website, let's add that. And Wix will import all the images and content that it finds there for use on this blog. BTTC also has physical location, so we'll add that too. Next and most important is the logo. You should have this designed beforehand because ADI can create the entire color palette to be used on the website using just the colors of this logo. So I'll upload the BTTC logo. And as you can see, the information like address and phone number are auto-filled because we linked our website. It is recommended to provide the ADI with as much information as possible so that it designs a unique website for us. Therefore, let's add all the social media links of BTTC here. I've already saved them, so I'll just copy paste. So I'm doing Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. In this way, the users visiting the blog can have easy access to these platforms and you can increase your reach. Now we just have to pick a theme we like. Note that we can always change this later, so I'll go with luxury for now. Finally, let's have Wix create the color palette as any website looks beautiful with a set of colors that go well with the logo. This too can be changed later. So these are the colors that it gathered from our logo. And that's it. That's all the questions we had to answer. We'll just wait for it to come up with unique designs for us. And here we go, simple as that. Wix has now custom made 3 unique designs for us to choose from, and you can view them by scrolling one by one. So let's say I like the third design. So I'll click on use this design. And while the features are loading, let us talk about Wix ADI and AI in general. Using these questions, it learns about each person's or business's own needs. From billions of combinations, including layouts, images, text, contact forms, and much more, choosing from so many high quality possibilities, Wix ADI perfectly matches optimal design and content elements to create a unique, dynamic, robust, and free website for you in minutes. No two sites ever looking the same. Truly one of a kind. Note that this will only create a skeleton for us and everything is customizable. And voila, our site is ready. So let's dive in to learn how to make changes. The first thing we'd like to do is preview this site. So on the top right corner to the left of publish, you can see a preview button. Click on that and you will get your eyes on the visitor's point of view.
Meet,
Yeah,
I'm sorry to interfere.
yes,
Just
sir.
if you can be a little louder for YouTube viewers and
Okay,
others.
sorry. Yeah. I'll,
Thank you.
yeah. So here is the header, the blog posts, and the video feature that we asked for, and a contact form along with the footer at the end. So if you come to the navigation menu and click on any tab, it will take you to that particular tab on the page. Now I don't want everything to be on one single page as it gets too messy and users are less likely to scroll all the way down. Having multiple pages to your website is a good practice. So let's go back to the editor and change that. Am I loud enough?
Yes, but sometimes it goes down.
Okay, sir. So here, this is the header. You can click on it and a navigation menu panel will open on the left side. You can see site menu and a button edit there. Go to that and let's delete the unwanted anchor links that we have here. Now, I can see that the logo is really small. So let's increase the size. You can go to the header and click on edit. And in the left side panel, you can see edit and replace button near the logo. Click on that and increase the size from small to large.
Meet,
Yes, sir.
I am sorry. I think you're moving away from your head from the mic.
Okay, sir. I am actually holding it close to my mouth.
Okay.
I'll try to be louder.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. So now that our logo is has a large size, click on back and let's display our business name and tagline too, so that it looks furnished. So just select business name and tagline. So I have already saved the tagline. Okay, you can also format it to be bold, italic, or underlined, but I'll keep it that way. Now let's add another page for contact. So go to page home, and here you can see manage pages, and you can note that there is just one page on our website right now, which is the home, and there are anchor links to blog and contact strips on our pages. So let's go to add page, and it will recommend about and contact page to us. So let's create a contact page. Now there are so many ready-made templates already available. So you can click on any one of them. Say this one. Now remember I said we can change the theme and colors later. You can do that under the design tab. So go to themes and you'll see different options other than luxury. Also, you can change the colors which are website. Okay, so ADI has this feature of auto saving, which means you don't have to save it again and again and worry about your changes that you make. So if you come to colors, you will see that our color palette is derived from the logo, but you can always change it under the design tab. So let's change the fonts. But if we change the font from the design tab, note that it changes for the text on the whole website. If we want to make individual color and font changes, we need to move from the ADI to the editor. Now let's say we want to add an event section to our website. So you can see that if you click on home or contact on the navigation bar here, the page doesn't change because right now you are in the editor mode and not in the preview mode. So if you want to navigate from one page to other, you have to come to page tab here in the menu bar and click on the page that you want to navigate to. So let's go to the home page, and suppose I want to add an event section after the blog here. So just click on add new section here or go to the add tab on the menu bar and click section to page. Again, Wix ADI will recommend a few optional or elemental sections that we might want to add. So you can see there are so many different options. Click on event list. Again, there are multiple templates to choose from. So I'll just select one and the section will be added. Simple as that. Now, if you go to the add tab and click on apps, you will see all the apps in the Wix app market, some of which we have already incorporated in our site, such as chat, the blog, the video feature, events even. We won't be needing the others for now, but it's good to know that we have these options. Now, let's say you want to delete a section from your page. For example, I don't want this subscribe from here because it is already there in the footer. So all I have to do is hover on it and click on the three dots and click on delete. This will remove the section from our page and the other elements will auto adjust themselves so that any white space is avoided. Now, what if you have accidentally deleted a section and you want to go back? For that, there is an undo button on the menu bar. Just click on that and your change will be reverted. There's a subscribe form again. If you want to make the change again, just click on the redo button beside it and the form will disappear again. Another important feature is the site history under the site tab. That lets us go back to the previous version if we want. This is really helpful if you are far out modified and want to restore the whole design. Now, another feature that I want to show you is this zoom out button here, which will allow you to have an overview of your page and reorder elements. For example, if I want to move the video channel section above the event section, there is this move up and down navigating button. So I'll just click on move up and it will reorder itself. You can also move a section to another page on your website. So you can do that by hovering on the contact on the section and click on move to, and then it will ask which page do you want it to be moved to. Now we only have 2 pages, so it is not showing anything. So let's create another page called about. This will let the viewers know more information about BTTC or BTTC blog. Again, out of the multiple templates, I'll choose this one, and an about page will be added to our website. You can see in the navigation menu, let me zoom in again. You can see in the navigation menu that the order is home, contact and about. So what if you want to change this order? Click on edit, go to the edit button of site menu and drag about above the contact, and it will rearrange itself in the navigation bar. Okay, looks good. So let's do a preview of our site once again and see how our 3 different pages look. Let's see the home page. The blogs, the video channel, and the events are here along with the contact form and footer. Let's go to about now. And finally, the contact page. Okay, so we have our basic structure ready. Now let's get into customization. So there's a tons of topics that I'm going to touch now, so stay with me. Now we have already seen how to edit the header. So let's see how to change the showcase on our home page. Go to pages, navigate to the home page. And let's say we want to change this showcase welcome section here. So just hover on it and click on edit. Here you can see selection design. When you go to it, it will show you different kinds of layouts that you want. But what if I want to change the photo in the background only? Come to back and you can see the option of edit and replace under media. Click on the button edit and replace. And notice how we have the feature of adding a video as well. Let me show you how to do that and then we replace the image. So click on video and the default video will replace the image that we had earlier. Let me show you a preview of how this video will play. This is how it will look. Yeah, sir.
We have some participants saying that voice is too low.
Sir, my mic
It's actually increasing and then decreasing. Maybe you are moving your head if you are using your phones.
Sir, I'll try without the
Yes.
headphone and mic.
Please do. Thank you.
Is this better? Hello. Yes.
Yes, Meet. I think this is better. Just keep your mic near your mouth so that it is clearly audible all the time.
Ma'am, actually, I just removed the mic because I was wearing the mic earlier.
Yeah. Okay, then this is fine. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. So now we saw how the video plays in the preview. You can also replace this video by one existing on your computer. Just click on replace. And there's a button for upload media. Note that you can also upload from Facebook, Instagram, Google Drive, or even a URL link. But for now, we'll keep an image in the header. So I'll click on image media type again and click on replace. Now there are multiple options available for us. For example, some recommended by Wix for websites that are educational blogs, or you can use images from Unsplash or Wix themselves, which are high quality images and free to use. You can also search for a particular one, and the another option available is Shutterstock, but these images are paid. So we'll avoid this for now. Coming to site files, you will notice that it has already imported a lot of images that were there on the website. How did it do that? Because of the artificial intelligence, and we provided them the BTTC website link. So let's upload one that is recommended. Let's go with this. Just click on apply and the image will be substituted by the one we just selected. Now, what if I want to add a button here? Just scroll down in the left panel and you can see a button item here. Just click tick mark here and a button will appear. For now, it says read more. I can change it to know more or any other text that we want. Now you can also see a link button here. When you click on link, you can choose what page or web address the visitors should go to when they click on the button. So let's direct them to our about page when they click on the know more button. And you can also describe whether the visitor can, so you can also say that a document should open when the user clicks on the button, or they can be directed to an email address or even a phone. So we'll direct them to the about page and click on done. And that's our button. So our showcase header is edited. Now let's come to similarly the footer. Just hover on it and click on edit. You can see that you can edit it in multitude of ways, such as including your business name, site email, phone number, address in the footer. But for now, I'll just keep the phone number. You can also edit the copyright message. And the copyright is changed. You can also moderate the design of the subscribe form, but this looks neat, so I'll keep it that. Okay, let's come to the about page and customize it according to the BTTC blog. Suppose I want to replace this image. Just hover on the section and click on edit. And similarly, like I showed previously, click on edit and replace. Note that you can also put a gallery of images here, a video, or even a pattern. There are also options of cropping and editing your photo or even adjusting it. So click on replace. Come to site files. And here we can see the BTTC banner near the college. So let's upload that in the about page. And done. Now what if you want to edit the content here? Just click on the pencil tool near the description and it will highlight the description in the left panel. I already have a description saved, so I'll copy paste that. And the content has changed. So far so good. Now let's see how we can manage the apps that we have incorporated, especially the blog. So come to home page. And this is our blog section. So you can see there is already 3 blogs available with dummy data. And if you want to change the posts or upload new ones, all you have to do is hover over the blog section and click on manage. This will open the blog dashboard. So first, let's change the author name to my name. And notice how in the left side, you can save drafts or even schedule posts to be posted at optimal times and even retrieve posts from trash. So let's edit one of the published ones. Select any one blog and click on the edit button. This is the dummy blog that our Wix ADI came up with. So you can even change the title and also modify the formatting for any selected text. For example, let's change the color of this text to orange. You can even justify alignment, bold it, italicize it, or underline it. All kinds of options are available for formatting your text. Now let's say you want to replace this image. So click on this image and there is a replace button near the dustbin. So click on replace image and again that same upload image window will pop up where you can either select images from your own computer or the ones recommended by Wix or on Unsplash. So let's go to Unsplash. And search for a particular type of image. Let's say we want to put this one. Just click on it and add to page, and our existing image will be replaced by the one we just selected. Now there's all kinds of things that you can add to your blog post, such as an image, a photo gallery, a video, a divider, which is nothing but a horizontal line, and even HTML code. So say that you know basic HTML coding. So I'll just add a simple hello world header tag. And save. And it is displayed here in HTML formatting. You can also insert GIF, code snippet, or any kind of file. So let me show you how to upload a docx or PPT or a file like that. Click on upload media. Choose upload from computer. And I will select a .txt file. So first it will be uploaded in the document and then we have to select it and add it to the page. And here it is. Our users can now click on this to access the links.txt file. You can also put relevant hashtag for better search engine optimization of your blog posts. Click on publish and the changes will be reflected. Note how our title and image has changed. Also, if you come to the 3 dots near a blog, this is how you can duplicate a post or turn off commenting for it. Now, yesterday my friend Pallavi spoke in detail about how important it is to analyze our insights and eventually optimize them. You can view the insights for our blog by going to More Actions and clicking on the Analytics button. This is where you can change the period of analysis. Under the Traffic tab, you can see the number of visits, unique visitors, bounce rate, and forms submitted. Under the Blog tab, you can see the number of unique posts, shares, and even your most viewed post. Under the Video tab, you can see similar insights, along with revenue, if any, and the devices on which our content is being viewed, so that you can make it a mobile-first website if our maximum target crowd uses phone. This was all about the blog dashboard. Let's see how the events and video dashboard can be modified. So this is our video section. Click on Manage and it will open the video dashboard. Am I audible and loud?
Yes, Meet. Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you. So now that we are making a BTTC blog, we can either upload videos from our computer or even attach links from YouTube. So I have already saved a few links to a few videos on the BTTC YouTube channel. So I'll just copy and paste it here. And this is the video that it detected from the URL. Just click on Add Video. To add more videos, go to Add Videos and select Add from YouTube. Here you can post the remaining links that you want. You can add as many videos as you want. So I'll just add 3 more. And click on Add to Library. And that's it. Now, note that it will take a while for these videos to be loaded on this section. So by the time the video, because it is retrieving the links from YouTube, by the time it loads the BTTC videos, let's see how to manage and change the events. Come to the events section and click on Manage. This will open the event dashboard for you. Under the Events tab, we can see the 3 dummy events that Wix ADI has created. To edit any one of them, click on Edit button. And you can change all things about it, such as the event name, a short teaser, the image that is shown along with it, even the date, time, location, and description of your event. Now, since these are RSVP events, we don't have any tickets, but you can always see the guest list, as in the people, the guests that have RSVP to your event, you'll see their info here. Since we have not published our site yet, we can't see anything here yet. This is how you can manage the event details. And if you go to the Events tab, there's also a button to add a new event here. Finally, I want to show you the Wix, our website dashboard entirely. So go to Site and click on Dashboard. You can also navigate to the dashboard by going to Manage on any of the section. And coming to the site dashboard. This is where you can change things about your website backend, such as you can create your first event, accept online payments, connect a domain, and many more options. But the most important feature by Wix that I want to show you is called Ascend. Now, what is Ascend? Ascend is a business tool which acts as an inbox that is seamlessly connected to your website. So when people send chat messages in the live chat or fill in forms or make purchases or more, you will see it all here. Like this. So you can also respond to these messages from your mobile using the Wix app. Sometimes it gets difficult to reply to all your customers on the live chat of the website. And this is a very interesting and great feature that Wix has provided. You can also see your contact list and form submissions using the website dashboard. All right, so we are done with the ADI. Now, you can see that the ADI can only allow us so many tweaks. For example, there's a lot of unwanted white space that we can't get rid of here. And if you want to further modify or set up features, we can move to the editor. So you can do that by going to site and click on the go to editor button. So it shows me a warning which says we don't recommend switching to editor and then coming back to ADI because the changes you make in editor won't show on your site. So make sure the changes that you want to make in ADI are made and then only switch to the editor. So I'm done here, so I'll go to editor. And I should mention here that this process takes a lot of time and it's a buffer. So yeah, so I'll just mention a few things about the editor. It provides us a smooth and simple drag and drop experience that lets us customize our website the way we have visualized it. Now you can also start with the editor directly if you have a website design in mind and want to go with it without the nuances of ADI. I would also like to mention that anyone who wants to succeed in any form of business today needs a web presence. And the core staple of a web presence is a website. Between all the website building options such as Wix, Squarespace, WordPress, etc., Wix is by far the easiest and most affordable website builder. Wix is a market-leading website hosting service and website builder packaged into one. You can try out Wix for free and keep using it for free if you wish. We like using Wix due to its drag and drop intuitive user interface, the many pre-made design options, and low learning curve. So we think it is a great place for beginners to start building their website without having too much to spend learning time in the ins and outs of coding. We can also take doubts right now because this process is slow for Wix, changing from ADI to editor.
We have two questions.
Yeah, sir.
One from Swati Mishra. The question is, can we use Block to upload a module and conduct survey like Coursera and edX?
Yes, you can upload a form and you can take inputs from your visitors, which can act like a feedback form.
Okay, so I think Swati must have got her answer. There is another question.
Yeah.
Well, I do not have much knowledge about these softwares. Which is better, Google or Wix? This is the question.
Okay, so Wix is a website building platform, and using Wix, you can create websites and blogs. Google is not a website builder platform, so the uses differ for both these.
All right.
If the question is about a confusion between Wix and WordPress, then Monica ma'am has already covered the differences.
Yes, so I think the person must have known by now. Thank you, Meet.
Thank you, sir. We'll just wait a few more seconds and Wix will have then switched to the editor.
That's all right.
Also, whoever is asking questions on YouTube chat, like we are trying our best to answer them in the chat itself. So if you have asked any question,
There is one more question that has been put. Which is better, Google Sites or Wix?
so ma'am, for that I have answered. So for that, I would like to say Google Sites has very few customization as compared to Wix. You can, however, create a simple blog or portfolio on it. So basically, Wix has, like, as you have seen, a very good editor. Google Sites, in comparison to Wix, doesn't have so many features. However, Wix shows us its ads for when we create a website for free. Google Sites doesn't. So that's a good advantage.
So I think you have answered the question. We have another question. Should we go with it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
It is from Janvi Doshi. Once you switch to editor from ADI, what do you do if you want to switch back or you just can't?
Okay.
So, sir, we can go back to editor ADI, but the changes that we have made in the editor meanwhile will not be reflected and they will be lost. So it's not recommended, but you can.
Okay. There is another question from Yashvi Gada. Is it compulsory for the existence of pre-existing website?
No, sir, not at all.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry it is taking so long, but we'll be back as soon as it loads.
Yes, these graphic softwares take a lot of memory.
Yeah. Sir, I'll just stop screen sharing because it is taking up my loading time and I'll start again when it loads. Just give me a few seconds.
All right.
Oh, it has loaded. Okay, so this is the editor. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, just a minute. Yes, yes, your screen is visible.
Okay, so here you can see there are a lot of options for modifications and formatting that we did not have previously in the ADI. I would like to start with saying under the tools tab, there's an option for adding rulers to your page. So it adds so you can see how it is adding a ruler to our top and right sides of the page. It will help you to, arrange things in the center. Also, the snap to objects is an important feature that will let you align and arrange easily with guiding lines, and we'll see how that is possible in a short while. So there are two panes available. One is on the left side and one is on the right side. Now the right side you won't be needing much because it is just for changing the overlay or moving elements in front or behind each other. So it is quite distracting, and I'll close it for now. Coming to the left side pane, I'll be explaining each and every feature one by one. So come to menus and pages and click on site menu. Here you can see the different pages available, and like ADI, we can arrange them in the how they look in the navigation bar by just clicking and dragging. So that is that about the pages and page transition. You can also set out animations for it, like horizontal, vertical. This is about how our section should pop up when our website is open. I'll just keep none for now. The second option in the left pane that we have is to change the background. So this is the entire page background, and you can keep a certain color for it, like we have white right now. You can keep videos or even images similarly uploaded from computer or your site files or Shutterstock or Unsplash. But white looks neat for our page background right now, so I'll keep that. Now, the many interesting features under the Add tab. This is the Add tab in the left pane, and you can see the multiple options that are available to customize. So we'll go through them one by one. Text is nothing but a text style or a paragraph that you can add anywhere on the page. So I'll just show you the zoom out option in the editor as well. It's right here in the top navigation bar, zoom out and reorder. Let's come to the home page and I'll show you how to add a text there. Note that even here you can't navigate through pages through the navigation bar. You have to do it from the this page tab in the menu bar. So let's zoom out and come down to, say, our video section. Okay. So notice that there's a lot of white space here. So you can decrease this by just clicking on the video tag and drag this up. and the white space is reduced. So let's keep some white space because I'm going to add a text here. This is how you can stretch these elements and separate them apart. So come to add and let's select heading 3. You have the option of resizing this box, unlike the ADI. And now I'll change this font to our videos. Note that you can change the size of this font by a slider and even the font family or the color. So let's change it to brown and let's arrange it right above our video section. Okay, I don't want to move the blog. Select the text and just drag it where you want it. And done. That is how you add a text. Next is the image. Remember how we replaced the images that we had in ADI? Similarly, you can add or replace images using this image tab here in the editor. Coming to button. Now there are all kinds of buttons that are available. For example, sale or call us or find more, and even fancy tools and emojis that you can use as buttons that will take people wherever you want them to go. So let's say I want to add a sale button here. Now what if I want to keep it at the center of the page? So you can see these purple lines. They are guiding me and saying that this is the center of the horizontal bar of the entire width of the page. So I'll place it there, and this is our sale button. Now, where do I want people to go when they click on it? There is a link button here in the options available above. So click on that and you can choose whether they should be directed to an email address or a phone number or a particular page. Should the page open in a new window or a current window? Should it go to the top or bottom of the page? So I'll just link it to nowhere because we don't have any sales on our BTTC blog. That's about buttons. A gallery is nothing but a collection of images. And okay, so let's add a gallery of images on our about page. Come to about. And let's display some images of BTTC below our about us description. Click on gallery and let's get a slider gallery for this one. Now the drawback here is that in ADI, this section would have automatically adjusted itself according to the width of the page. But now, as we are in the manual editor, we have to do it ourselves. Okay, so let's change these images that our Wix editor has provided dummy for us. Click on change images and let me remove these. So click on add images and it will again open up same pop-up window that we always get when we want to replace or add image media. Now it has already imported some of the images that it found on BTTC website, but let's upload some from our computer for the gallery. So I have these ready here. I'll click on open and like the text file, they will first be uploaded to our document and then we can select and add them to our slider gallery. Okay, so the images are being uploaded, almost done.
Can we take a question by the time?
Sure.
One question, how much is the privacy and security after the creation of the blog?
So Wix is pretty secure.
And also the blog domain comes with a HTTPS certification, so which is quite secure. So that will not be an issue.
I'll just select these images, few of them, so that we can view them in the slider gallery. And click on Add to Gallery. So now these are the images that have been, okay, no, cancel and done. Let's see how this looks. So click on Preview. And this is how our website will look to the users, the About page specifically. This is the photo gallery that we just added. If they click on Next, they'll be able to view all the photos. Simple, right? Let's come back to editor and see some other features in the add button. So there's a lot of decorative shapes and lines that we can add, even vector art of icons, animals and nature, and anything you can imagine fancy. The interactive tab is just a collection of interactive elements that you can add, which will keep on moving, or a slideshow sort of thing. I'll not add anything here for now. Box is just will just act as a container for other elements, such as if I want to put some text inside a box like this, we can just drag and drop it to our document and it will be added. A strip is just a section, like the contact section or the welcome section. So these are the common frequently used strips that Wix has recommended. So let's add a testimonial strip to our about page to show the visitors what the alumni is saying about their alma mater. And so this is the testimonial strip added. You can change this by clicking on change strip background or manage columns, and you can change the text or whatever you want, like this, or even the name and the title, even the image. Everything can be customized, but the basic strip is provided simply just by clicking add and strip of testimonial. Lists and grids are pretty looking image grids that you do not have to customize. These are just recommended ones, grids that look pretty. So if you want something from here, you can get it on your page. You can also add video and music. So if you want to embed a YouTube link or even a SoundCloud player or Spotify player, and they can just click on this and play the music that you have embedded from Spotify. Coming to menu, this is menu is nothing but the navigation bar that we see on the top of our page. So if you want to change the style or theme of that, this is where you can find it. Social is our social links. So if you can see, I had imported them when the ADI was asking questions. And if we come to preview and click on these, it will take us to the respective pages. If you want to change the social bar to a different theme with colors or different icons, this is where you can find it. Contact and forms. So let's come to contact page. And since we added this from the ADI, we already have a contact form here. So let's see how you can customize this. So I selected the Wix form, and you have this option of adding a new field. So now we can see name, email, subject, and a text field for type your message here. So I'll also add one for, say, address or phone. So you can see the new field phone here. You'll have to drag and adjust these things manually because this is not the edit ADI, this is the manual drag and drop editor. And there we have it. So what this will do is, if you come to form settings, you can see, you can change the submit message that is shown to the user once they fill the form. And right, so by default, these notifications about the form being filled will be sent to this email ID that I've created. But you can also add new contributors or change the email that you want the form's answers to be directed to. You can also handle the payments and the contact list that has been generated by your users filling the form. And you can add multiple elements or change the layout or the design of the form. But the ADI has given me a very pretty look and layout, so we'll keep that. That was about contact forms. Similarly, you can embed, like I said, the HTML frame or even a website or a Flash player. Same things, Spotify, iTunes button. Then some things for the blog manager. And okay, so let's change how our blog looks. Come to home, because this is where our blog post section is. Just below the header, we can see our blog post. Now, these are arranged one below the other with a white background. So, say you wanted so if you were to delete this, and if you wanted a different layout for your blog post, such as this one or this one, with opacity of the images set to a bit blur, then you can do that. You can also add an online store or bookings, but this is an educational blog. Events we have already added. And then there are a few other things such as members and my designs. A lot of options that Wix provides us. Finally, I want to show you guys how this looks on mobile and how we can edit it. So there is an option to switch to mobile in the top menu bar. You can see there's a desktop icon and a mobile icon. So if you click on mobile, this will let you edit and view your website the way it will look to users on mobile phone. So notice that our navigation bar and the social media links are now moved to this edit menu button, which we can't access because we are not in preview mode. Let's preview how our website will look on a phone. So now click on this menu and you can see our different pages and social media links here. And you can see how the upcoming events, which were first lined horizontally three in a row, are now responsive automatically. Then there's the contact form and finally the footer. You can also see the other pages that we have added, how they will look on phone. It's always good practice to check how the website looks on mobile phones. So this is the image gallery. This is the testimonial. So what if I did not want the users to see the testimonials when they are on their phone, but they should be able to see the testimonial when they are on desktop? So you can always do this by going back to editor, still remaining in the mobile editing form, and skip this. So I want to hide the testimonials for the users if they are on their mobile phone. So just click on this section here of testimonials. And this strip is selected, okay? So here you can see an option of hide element. So if I click on that, note that here in the left panel, you can see hidden elements. and our testimonial strip is included in that now. So I'll just preview again to show you that it has disappeared from our mobile view, the whole testimonial strip. There it is. We don't have it. Now, if you go back to the editor and switch to the desktop view and then click on preview, you will see that the testimonial strip is still there. Here it is. So you can, so I just wanted to show you how you can custom design your website for different devices, which is a very helpful feature. Now, so mobile design does not reflect in desktop design, and that's a lot of features and layouts that we covered in the editor as well. So let's publish this site. I think we are done with how we want our BTTC blog to look. So if I click on publish, which is in the top right corner, you can see congratulations, your site is published and is live online. This is the free URL that you have for your website. If I click on view site or copy paste it on my browser, it will give me a smooth scrolling viewer experience that you can now share with your friends, family, customers, and they all will be able to see your site. So I think we started an hour and a half ago and we already have a website ready on our hands. With 3 pages, we can navigate to about and contact page. Simple enough, right? So that's how you can publish, just click on the publish button and that's it. Okay, so now I want to cover about the domain. Now, if you want to have your own domain or, get a custom one for your website. So right now the URL says webinardemo8620.wixsite.com/website. This does not say anything about BTTC blog, right? Because it is a free one. In order to get a domain, you need to upgrade your site, and that will let you have a proper website domain. For example, I'll show you a blog that is made on Wix itself. This is a blog handled by my friend Girish Chawla.
So yes, we created this blog using Wix and we bought the premium plan. So this is how it looks like. So the ads have gone and we have a custom domain now.
Yeah, you can see there's this annoying ad which says this site was designed with the Wix. So I'll tell you the pros of upgrading. Okay, first of all, it's very affordable, 29 rupees per month. Just that, and what all you get with it, you can remove the ads. You get a free domain for 1 year, even .com that Girish has got for his website. His website is called blogandbeyond.com, and our website is just some random URL. So that's the difference. You can connect your domain, you have unlimited bandwidth, you get 10 GB storage, you can attach Google Analytics, accept online payments, and so much more. And they also have a very good support priority, which if you have any problems, their support service answers very quickly. It is also very fast and secure, unlike this free one where we had to wait a lot for it to load. And that's it. You get a proper website within just 30 rupees per month and within an hour of designing and customizing.
Also, the Wix app is pretty good. Like if you want to answer directly, you can do so using the app. So that's pretty good. Like you don't have to open the website. You can do it using the app, the Wix app.
Yeah. So we are done. Any questions?
Oh yeah, unmute. No questions up till now.
Okay, sir.
So, Meet, you have completed your session?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What should I say about your session? You, in an hour's time, you created website, blog, page. There were so many things you did. You said so many things, new words, editing site for mobile, adding web links, social and chat, blog posts, dashboards, and so much. You are so synchronized while doing. You have really done well. This was a really very interesting session. Do we have any questions? I think we may having one question. Yes, we have one question.
Yeah, sir.
The question is, after publishing it online, can we delete it also?
Yes. Okay, I also want to show one more thing. Can I?
Yes, please.
Good. Glad that you asked. So if you come to your Wix dashboard, I'll just close these unrequired tabs. Yeah, so remember where we started with this Wix dashboard where you can see your sites under the My Sites tab. So this is the website that I just created. So go to Site Actions, and you can move it to trash, or you can transfer the site, or even rename. So let's rename it. By rename, we can only change this part of the URL. So let's change it to BTTC blog and click on save. So this is the URL that you can now share with your customer. However, you will have this wixsite.com thing preceding your name, but you can change things about your website by going to Site Actions. You can even move it to trash or move it to a folder or view it live by coming to this Wixsite dashboard. Yeah, so I hope that answers it.
Yes, there is one more question which I wish to ask.
Sure.
In the educational blog, can we add an option whereby student can post their activities or pictures or in form of videos?
Yeah. So for that, there is a Wix app called, we added these Wix apps for events and video channel. So there is this Wix app for members area. If you add that to your educational blog, you can allow different users to create their own accounts, log into their own accounts, create their own blog posts, and even edit them. And the author name will then display their own name. So that is how you will create a whole member community for the students that you have for your institute or your institutional blog.
Okay, I think we have some more questions.
Yeah, sir, sure.
Just a minute. It is, can we create a payment option?
Yes, so you can always get payments from from the events. For example, if you want them to buy tickets, or you can include that option in the contact form. You can
Okay.
handle payments and transactions, all of it.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you. There is one more question. It's from, can we publish the blog it into app?
So Wix is a website builder platform. So this blog will be a website. It won't be an app.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, do we have any other?
Naresh sir, just a
Yes,
minute.
sir.
I would like to ask one question to Meet.
Yes.
Yes,
Sir.
please, sir.
Meet Beta, can you share with us some of the examples of the blogs of colleges and the universities? Are you aware about some of the blogs? Have you seen those? We would like to see, how these colleges and universities have developed their blogs.
Yeah.
If
So
you
sir,
can share.
the great thing that I like about Wix is that if someone has upgraded it, like if they have purchased the premium version, then there is no way to determine how the website was made, because you can't see the Wix ad, and it is just it has a .com without the preceding wixsite.com thing. So even if an institute has made their website on Wix Wix site or using Wix, we won't be able to know, because once we upgrade it, Wix completely diminishes its presence from our website, and then it's just like we have created almost by coding. So, but there might be some institutions that might have created using Wix, although I'm not aware of any such, because Wix doesn't allow the viewer to know how the website has been made.
Now, suppose that BTTC has developed this blog. How public can come to know that the BTTC's blog exists, and how they can interact with us?
Yeah, so for that you have to work on search engine optimization. First of all, you have to purchase a domain. Like I said, you can, if you have the free one, you can share that free URL that I showed you, wixsite.com/website or /BTTC blog that I just renamed. You can either share that, and people, if they click it, they can be able to visit the blog. Or if you purchase a premium one, you can just like I showed Girish's website, it was just blogandbeyond.com, and that website can be found on Google. It is actually like people can look it up. So then if we have upgraded it, we must work on our search engine optimizations, like adding relevant hashtags, relevant keywords to our blog. And when someone searches BTTC blog, or even an educational blog for under the HSNC board or related keywords that we have added, then this website will show up on the Google search.
Now, my question is to Monica. Monica, now we are organizing webinar series together, and BTTC has organized various webinars on different domains, research, then spirituality. We have organized sessions on yoga, and now on technology, social media. Now, if we want to interact with the masses, like we have got so many subscribers on our YouTube channel, on our Telegram channel, and many of people are, we can say, students and alumni and all other stakeholders are associated with us on Facebook. So how to create a meaningful dialogue with the help of the BTTC blogs? Monica, please unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. So today the way we saw, we created a blog for a BTTC. What you can do, you already have a website in place. So activities during the COVID-19 era, you can create a blog on that BTTC activities basing during the COVID era. So it will be only dedicated to your COVID era area, where you will be posting all the events that you are doing during this span of time. You can any which ways post your YouTube links which are there. You can RSVP the new scheduled events the way Meet has all taught us today. And the upcoming events, take the RSVP, whether the participants are interested or not, post the YouTube videos which are coming it up. So a website is already there in your place of the BTTC, which is covering the academic part of it. But now during this time of time, if you want to show it up to your university or to the covering to the huge crowd of mass, you can create a definite dedicated blog of what all activities you have covered this date in your COVID-19 area from the BTTC side or under the HSNC University, whether all the three colleges together can come and post it into that. Have some fun coming videos, owing it up the way you put it in your Instagram or Twitter, on Facebook channels, where you can attract the huge number of students. And the moment you start posting that link on your web pages, people will come on that particular dedicated website, which is only meant for the period of now, where you are conducting such kind of events. And basically what will happen when people are coming to your pages, your clicks on that particular pages also increases, and automatically people who are viewing your Wix, and over there also you are putting up your social media handles and links. So automatically this increases the visibility in the domain, in the cyberspace as well.
Okay, so even Wix has got a facility to look into the data analytics, how many viewers have visited, interacted, downloaded.
And yes. Analytics
So,
part is the complete heading which was explained today also. There's a domain of analytics where you get to know how many people are there and what kind of an activity happened. So this is also given in the Wix, available with the Wix.
is there need for the participants to subscribe our blog?
No, they can actually subscribe to any events if they want it up to, or they can even get to know about the activities which are going on. They
Sir,
can
sir, it's not necessary for our community members or users to subscribe, but I had added a subscribe form in the footer where if they put their email ID and subscribe, they are now subscribed to our mailing list, which means they'll be notified every time a new blog post is up or a new event is up. So they'll get notified because they'll now be added to our mailing list. So they have that option of subscribing.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Meet.
Thank you, sir.
Do TSEC has got a blog?
Hello.
Its own blog?
No, we don't have, but our students do create on their own.
Okay.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah, sir.
There are two more questions. Should we
Yes.
take? Okay, first question is, can we upload any documents on the blog?
Yes, for the blog post, just go to the blog dashboard like I showed, and I also give a hands-on demonstration of how to add a .txt file. Similarly, any docx or PPT or any PDF file or any extension that you can imagine, any file can be uploaded on the blog post by that option that I showed earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's another question. Is
Yeah.
it paid to publish website?
No, publishing is free. The URL you get will have that Wix site. Publishing is free and people can view the website without paying anything. Publishing is completely free. But
Okay.
it's just for removing the Wix ad and getting the custom domain and a few additional advantages to our end.
Okay. There is one more question.
Yeah.
If we create a blog or website from Wix, but purchase a domain from some other place,
Yes.
so can we merge both together?
Yes, you need not purchase the domain from Wix. You can get one from GoDaddy or Google Domains or any popular website. Make sure it's a credible website that gives you a proper registered domain, and you can add that to your website that you made on Wix. That's doable, yes.
Okay, correct. There is another question. If we create a blog or a website from Wix, but purchase a domain from some other place, so can we merge it? Okay, I think you have answered the question in the previous one.
Yeah.
There is one more question. Is there any issue of copyright when we copy pre-existing templates?
The pre-existing templates of ADI, no, you don't need the copyright. But if you are importing images from, say, some photographer, or you are importing a strip or a section that is designed by someone else, then that requires credit. But the templates that we saw that were recommended to us in the ADI, that does not need any crediting on your website. It's for you.
Okay, so I think we have no more questions now, but I request Monica ma'am, Meet, you and Girish to please be with us and give your impressions regarding this webinar. So first I call upon Miss Monica ma'am. Monica ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Naresh sir. I thank BTTC College, Bhagwan Balani sir, and the staff members of the BTTC who gave us this opportunity so that we can collaborate. And collaboration, the way Balani sir says, always be fruitful to both of the colleges. We, as a technological institute, will definitely help to learn the teaching learning institute, and definitely we are also learning from a teaching learning institute how that can be efficiently incorporated in our technology institute. So thank you very much to all the staff members of the BTTC, Bhagwan Balani sir, and our principal, Dr. G.T. Kampi sir, for giving us the opportunity so that we can collaborate and give a fruitful session to each of our participants who are participating in today's session or in the upcoming session as well.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for your impressions. Meet, would you like to give your impressions?
Yeah, sir. So let me start by saying that I had a lot of fun today. I hope the audience did too. And it was a unique experience to teach being a student. And it's really an honor that BTTC and my teachers of TSEC believed in me and have given me this opportunity to enable so many people with skills to make a website in today's world where digital presence is so important. I would also like to mention that the BTTC management is very smooth and the audience highly interested and attentive, which motivates me to teach. And thank you again.
What came to your mind when you were asked to do this for the first time?
I was excited, very excited, considering that I love making websites on Wix. So I was excited.
That could be seen from your synchronization that you are doing it so smoothly.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Girish,
Yes, sir. So
please
I
give
would,
your impressions.
yes, sir. So I would like to thank BTTC for organizing this webinar and TSEC for providing us, that is the students of TSEC, with the opportunity to conduct the webinar. Also, the efforts taken to publicize the webinar is so good and everything is so systematic, like from Telegram groups to YouTube Live to even answering the comments. The entire BTTC team is doing a really good job. So yes, thank you for the webinar.
Thank you for your impressions. It was very pleasure to have you here. So according to me, today's session was very enlightening and very useful for our participants as it gave deep insights into what is Wix, why Wix, how to use Wix, how it can be used for online teaching, etc. It also focused on the ABCs of creating our own blogs using Wix. Number of aspects were dealt with regarding the blogs, whether it was dashboard, ADI, web links, social chats, etc. And of course, the question answer session. I'm sure that it must have given new directions to the participants' perceptions. Well, it's now time for closure of today's program. I call upon Ms. Janvi Doshi, student volunteer, BTTC, to present the formal vote of thanks.
Janvi, excuse me, beta, just a minute. Let me thank Professor Monica Tolani. Please convey my regards to your principal, my colleague, Dr. D.P. Thampi, for taking this initiative. We are truly, we can say, blessed with a mentor like him. And I think you are also equally blessed the way you have got a mentor like your principal, Dr. J.T. Thampi. You are equally blessed with having students like me, Girish, Harsh, and even Pallavi. They are really talented and tech savvy. And as far as today's world is concerned, the way it is transforming, we need young leaders like these. I think it's a new domain as far as the social media is concerned. We need to take baby steps by creating the blogs, by attracting the people to our blogs, and by organizing meaningful events so that we can reach out to the maximum people.
Sir, we have lost your voice. Sir, we can't hear you. Hello, Balani sir. Balani sir, we have lost you. We can't hear your voice.
Naresh sir, I think we can continue. If sir joins back, with connectivity is reaching, we can call upon sir.
So should we then continue?
Yes, sir, please.
Okay.
Saying thank you is more than good manners. It is good spirituality. On behalf of Bombay Teachers Training College, I, Janvi Doshi, would like to propose the vote of thanks for this event. Power is gained by sharing knowledge, not hoarding it. Creating your own blog is a step ahead in expressing yourself, sharing your passion with the world, building your professional network, and earning more exposure to share your knowledge. I express my heartfelt gratitude to our resource person, Ms. Monica Tolani, and the student volunteers of TSEC MCL, Ms. Meet Merchant and Mr. Girish Chawla, for sharing your skillful knowledge with us. This was indeed a very informative and a helpful session for all of us. We are very fortunate to have two esteemed colleges, namely Bombay Teachers Training College and Thadomal Shahani Engineering College, both under HSNC University, collaborating for a common cause. Thank you, Honorable Principals, Dr. Bhagwan Balani Sir and Dr. G.T. Thampi Sir, for your relentless efforts towards making this webinar a brilliant success. The faculty of Bombay Teachers Training College has always been enthusiastic about new endeavors. Without your cooperation and support, this endeavor wouldn't have reached such great heights. Thank you for inspiring us day in and out. A big thank you to Dr. Meenakshi Lat ma'am, Dr. Raju Talreja ma'am, and Ms. Bhavna Rajpal for organizing this webinar series. Mr. Naresh Meghrajani sir, thank you for moderating and supervising this session with such ease. I'm grateful to you for having faith in me and entrusting me with this opportunity of vote of thanks. I truly appreciate the presence of our audience who took great interest and participated in large numbers. Your involvement in this webinar has made all the difference. I am indebted to our student volunteers, Melvina D'Souza, Yashvi Gada, and Sharmeen Ansari, for their hard work and dedication towards making this event a success. A webinar without technical support is like a day without sunshine. Thank you to Pooja Gala and Team BIAP for immense technical support throughout the event. Your efforts have helped the run webinar smoothly. Learning through this webinar doesn't end here. So I would like to invite you all for another interesting session that will be held tomorrow, that is 9th of July at 11 a.m. sharp, on the topic, Learn How to Design Magazines. Stay tuned on our YouTube channel, PTTC Official. Thank you.
Participants are requested to fill the feedback form at the earliest and send it. I now request everyone to rise for the national anthem.
Yeah.